into it. Because right now, the way I'm feeling right now, I'm just ready to spill it all out. I need really in this session. I don't know how y'all feeling today, ladies, all around the world in different countries and stuff. But right now, the way I'm feeling, I want to do this to life. But I can't. So, how are you feeling today, my dear?
After everything we just had to go through to even get to this moment right now, look, like I said, I'm not gonna panic. But let's be honest. When a lot of problems hit you back to back, you just want to say, you know what? Fuck it. I quit. I done said 3 times, you know what? Just get out the house. Just go take a walk.
I said the devil winning. The devil. He
Get
trying to leave
out the
me, y'all.
house.
He
And I'm
trying to leave
like,
me.
no, he not winning, but come on now. Like, everything is hitting. Like, you see what we trying to do. You know what we trying to get prepared for. And we was both pumped and ready to go. Like, and on every angle, we done hit issues that we ain't seen in the past couple weeks. Like, come on now.
Technical issues. Then I'm looking at stuff I probably shouldn't even be looking at because honestly, checking my email kind of just threw me off. I had to have a whole counseling session with the camera because I'm like, at least I look good. So if I talk to the camera while I look good, it might help me feel a little better. But yeah,
Man.
no, I just felt even more crazier. But again, so how are you feeling?
Look, I'm gonna reclaim mine back. I'm feeling good. Today is still gonna be a good day because we're pushing through every day. And one thing I'm learning and honing in as an entrepreneur is that you must keep moving. You must keep moving. You need to pivot and not panic because a lot of this stuff is gonna have you tripping out. Just change how you doing it and keep going, which is what we did. Because if it wasn't for you, honestly, I would have probably gave up and then moved to the next task. But I pivot with you. You know what I'm saying? So
Pivot, not panic. We just need another P because right now, the way I'm feeling, I need the P to come through for me. But
you're stupid.
that's really how I'm feeling right now. But you know what? God is amazing, and I'm just gonna continue to keep, expressing how He makes me feel. I know you got me covered. Anything that my flesh is worrying about, my soul knows God got me. Jesus Christ, he my mediator between me and God right now. And so Jesus, like my sister down there, she's suffering. Father, we probably need to go do some things for her right now before she go over there to the other brother. But Lord knows,
Hey, look,
I try my best. Stay away from
never, never go there to who?
my other brother.
Look.
But no, for real, like it's been challenging. Well, I'm gonna say today's been challenging. But as far as my day to day, my week to week, I gotta be honest. I've been thriving. I've been persevering. I've been getting through it. And to be honest, a lot of things have been out of my control, which is technically my story right now. That's the story of my life. Everything is out of my control. But even though things been out of my control, I've been able to kind of like take control of my mind. So even though there's things that I can't control, one thing I can control is my mind. And like we've been talking about keeping your calendar stacked with tasks, making sure that you're writing out your to-do list. That way, you're not forgetting. And then just in those days and times when you're looking at that calendar, because like for right now, my calendar looks repetitive. Some things look repetitive, and that's only because I started just putting stuff on there to remind myself when I do get lost, I could be working on this. I could be working on that. And,
A
I'm
way to
starting to get,
focus.
yeah. And I'm starting to get to those moments where I'm looking at that calendar and I'm like, I don't want to do that. So what else can I do? So lately, I've just been finding different ways to add value to my time and what I'm doing with my time. And a lot of that is just coming from, again, looking at my calendar. If I don't see anything valuable for me in that moment in time, I just move right along to something else. One thing I'm trying to stay consistent with is every morning listening to my daily devotion. Now, I was not as great as I've been in the past couple of weeks, but what I can say, and I don't know why, it's probably just because I don't want to blame it on the devil. I'm gonna just say me. I'm gonna say I've been
Let's be accountable.
allowing, yeah, because the devil don't get the victory for everything. Like, I don't know where you at or how close you are to me, but you're not gonna get the victory
Man,
for everything because listen, like
yeah,
yeah,
I
I
feel you
I
though.
may fall, but I know how to get myself back up, and that's what I've been doing. I've been getting myself back up.
Hey, and
Um,
really, that's important because we gotta understand. Like, honestly, Diddy kind of said it best and helped me to think of it on a bigger, broader scale. Everybody is going through something in some way or another, but it's really about how you get through and how you actually handle those things. Like, life is gonna keep lifing. Whether we making 30,000 a year, 80,000 a year, or a million a year, life is gonna be life in some way, shape, or form. Like it's still going. But how are you navigating through life? Like how are you getting through life is what's important. Because honestly, I think that's why I'm proud of myself is because I could remember a time where life was lifing me hard in another period, and I was just like, you know what? Forget it. I'm not doing that no more. I'm not going there. Or I just stay honestly in the house and be depressed. Like I don't have nothing to do. And like you said, now I'm like, okay, well look at that calendar. I am
right.
a to-do list task maker. So I'm like, look at that to-do list. So now that I have something to see and I'm looking at it and I'm making myself conscious of it every day. And like you said, I'm being intentional. Like make sure that you do these. My devotions, those are mandatory every day. Like some type of reading is mandatory every day. Some type of education is mandatory for me every day. In and I'm trying to get better on some type of connection. Like I want to build my team. I want to build my network a little bit more. So I got to get into my people building skills. But right now we're starting with the small habits that are going to lead
Right.
to bigger benefits, lead to bigger things for us to be able to bring in those habits that we really want to, that are really going to be life changing. But it starts with just making these little small, intentional moves every day. So yeah, if you're not living by a calendar, if you're not living by some type of plan list, to do list, or something, like you got to get it together because
Sis,
it's
you
stuff,
probably failing your
or you
the
drowning in your
plan is to fail
head.
forward, but you're failing backwards because it's like every time shit happens, you don't have a reminder of where you last left off. So now it's like started something and walking
And you
away and
let that
started something
consume
else.
you. You let that
Yeah.
consume you. Like right now, I'm in the process of reading the power of the magic of big thinking, and it just talks about like if you let an issue consume you. So like
Who's the
today,
author first? Who's the author?
girl, don't be going into that.
Because I'm gonna need you to bring the book and show the people. Like they don't tell us the book that you reading. Like, come on now, we want to see it. We want to
All
know it.
right. All right,
Show us who
so
he
we are
is.
listening, and I got the Audible version. So it's the Magic of Big Thinking, or the Magic of Thinking Big, excuse me, by David Schwartz. That's Schwartz. And he actually has a couple good books. I don't think that's the only one. But if you haven't built you a book list, you definitely need to do that. Whether you cool with the audio versions or you like tangible books. But yeah, we need to be reading and giving into ourselves because it's like, yeah, you might know some of these things and be like, oh, I heard that before. But you're not continuously feeding yourself. So sometimes it's in the back burner. You're not paying no attention to, what's going on or what it really is. But when you consciously or consistently and consciously, putting that into your spirit, like you're able to deal with things a lot differently. So now
Yeah.
me, I seen this issue today because just yesterday I'm reading this book and he's talking about, when you get into these tough situations like arguing with your significant other or disagreeing with a neighbor versus you being, petty or going out and doing something out of anger, like reverse the way you thinking about that situation.
Yeah.
Reverse the way you thinking about it and then execute it another way. Because if you got small thinking and you allow that issue to be the big picture, it will consume you and you won't get far. You're not
Yeah.
gonna go anywhere. But if you turn that small issue into a bigger picture of what it could be if I push past it, or what it could be if I look at it a different way, like now you getting further along than what you would have been. Now you then avoided either tearing down some relationships or like us avoiding wasting time that we didn't prep for everything just because we ran into technical issues. So we had to look at it a different way and be like, you know what, let's keep pushing. Keep pushing. And that's what it's about. Keep pushing. Keep pushing.
Definitely strategizing and coming up with other ways to get the job done. Because just because you get a no, that don't mean that's your no. It was just no for for that
Man.
strategy, the way that you tried to go about it. There's other routes that you can take that'll get you there. Now, are they shortcuts? You don't know, because that's where the faith comes in. You're not
You
supposed to
don't
see it. You're not supposed
know.
to know. You're supposed to just trust. And I think right now we're all a lot of us are in a stage where we're trying. Let me use that word. We're trying, because not everybody are fully in a mindset where they're trusting the process, but they're at least trying. And the devotion I heard today was, and it's something that resonated with me in my childhood, is God knows your heart. My mom used to always tell me that God knows your heart. And I say this all the time. I'm sure y'all didn't heard me say this all the time. God knows your heart. I do everything from the heart. So for me, it's like he know me already. He know what I'm going through. He know where I'm at mentally. He know where I'm at physically. He know where I'm at emotionally. So I don't have nothing else but to trust his process, because it's like he know my
Mm-hmm.
heart. I would love to say I don't have any ill will. You know what I'm saying? I would love to say that what I'm working on right now is for the next generation. You get what I'm saying? So me knowing that, also a reminder as to why I'm going through what I'm going through. Because
Yeah.
if I'm preparing for the next generation and the generation after that,
Baby, you got a lot of word. You got a lot of word. You got a lot of word. And that's what I think we forget a lot of times. Like, this is hard for so many reasons, because for one, life is hard. Let's be honest. And like, I like how you said, you don't want to give the devil credit, because we can't say everything bad happened is the devil. No, sometimes it's just you and the lack of moving and the lack of discipline and the lack of whatever, being lazy, whatever. Teach his own. But anyways, so sometimes it's not the devil, or a lot of times it's not the devil, it's just you. And what we have to realize is, for one, like you said, don't give him that power. Two, be accountable for what you can control. And then three, if you allow that to consume you, like if you allow whatever issues is going, you got to remember that you're going to replay this moment over and over and over again, because you never tried to do something to get out of it. Like, you never tried to push past it. So you're going to find yourself hitting this. And for me, I'm just like, I'm getting to a point in time in life where I'm like, I don't want to keep doing the same stuff over again. I didn't seen that, okay, this is a cycle. Like, it might look different, might feel different sometimes, but it's a cycle, because it's still
yeah,
taking down the same patterns. So you really have to keep pushing through a lot of these things and not letting it get hung up on you, and not getting stuck up on, well, woe is me and why is this happening to me? No, it's gonna happen to you because, baby, you asked for a lot. Like, you
right.
asked for a lot. So a lot is gonna happen to you. Like, I keep saying this this quote post where I don't know where I got it from, but it's like, I'm asking for great, so great. The attacks are gonna be great because I'm asking for great. Like, I'm not asking for anything small. And then we also
Right.
have to be mindful, like, we forget as adults that we want to know everything, but a lot of things that we know now is not where we necessarily want to be, or some things that we don't want to know. So you have to go through the process of unlearning a bunch of stuff that no longer suits you, no longer fits you, no longer aligns with you, whatever the case. You got to unlearn behaviors, habits, information, and then you're relearning new things that you want to align more with, that you want your life to go in that direction, that that works with you, and that yeah, like I said, that aligns with you. You want to go in that direction of accumulating and acquiring that new knowledge.
Yeah.
And then for us parents, or for us guardians, whoever you have a dependent of some form, you're not only unlearning, relearning, but now you also have to teach,
Yeah.
teach, and let this person, this your whoever you're taking care of, be aligned with the new you where you're trying to go. But let's not get it twisted. That unlearning process and that growth that's hard. It's hard. It's difficult. It's ugly sometimes. It gets messy sometimes.
It's like taking out some micro mini braids. I know y'all remember the mini braids, the micro mini. That that's
I
that's
cut my hair
that's
out. I got a knot and had to cut my hair out because I
how many
didn't know.
challenges you go through with that.
You
Like
supposed to comb through.
now,
And
had
that's
you
the
known you were
thing.
supposed to just let go and just start like
Man,
erase everything that you knew in your head and just start over,
comb
because
it
it would
through
be easy to
and
just
move
cut your
forward.
whole hair off and be like, fuck it, I'm gonna throw a wig on because I don't have time to take out all these braids. But
See, I
instead,
I said I'm gonna just get a haircut, but I didn't have to do that if I would have just combed it through. You didn't have to do that if you would have just worked through the process. I even got a good tip the other day. A lady said the way that she manages her multi-billion-dollar company is, she said, every Monday night I give myself 4 hours of self-assessment and growth.
mm,
Self-assessment and growth. 4 hours to assess, what am I doing well. She said throughout the week I'm writing down notes that can just go in there, and then I go through all of those notes and I assess, what can I improve on, what do I have control over, what needs to be let go, what is working for me, what is not working for me, and then you actually implement it, because it's easy to write it down sometimes, and it might even be thought provoking in a lot of ways to make you think of what you can truly do different and what can
right,
change, but you also have to implement it. Now that's the hard part. It's like the implementation, the execution, the action part of it. Like, you have to remember that those go hand in hand, just like we talked about in faith and action. Like, you can't do one without the other.
right,
So in the case of unlearning, relearning, and then being able to teach, like, you have to be able to assess yourself and really break down where you are. And it's like, are you taking that time? And I know I'm being more mindful of it, to take that time, even if I have to miss a phone call. Like, if I have,
yeah,
like, I'm learning to reclaim my time back. I got a note, post on one of mine that says, become your own priority. Like,
yeah,
am I my own priority? Am I making myself a priority? And myself got a lot of stuff going on. Like, you trying to manage a business, manage a household, your kids, your personal stuff, like your faith, your community involvement and engagement. So it's a lot of stuff going on, but it's like, are you a priority to yourself? Like, are you giving yourself what you need? And along with managing with that calendar and keeping my, to-do list, I'm now feel like I'm giving myself what I need. Like, I'm
yeah.
making that time for myself. I'm making that space for myself, and I'm okay with it.
Well, you
Unapologetic.
definitely made time for yourself yesterday because sister girl said, I can't. I gotta let you go. I'm about to study. I'm about to do this. I'm about
But
to
you
do
got to be
that.
able to say those things. And I actually felt good when I said that, because I'm like, you know how we get. We could be on our phone for hours. And that's why I told you, see, you done started another conversation that can still go.
Look,
That's
she
the
said,
goal.
you
Keep
hang up. I
going.
said, well, I'm gonna stay on since I gotta hang.
But it's about being disciplined enough to know
Yeah,
that, look, Danielle, I need this time. I
this
need
is
this
what I
time. Like,
need.
the only way I'm gonna grow and be able to truly be the person that I want to be for myself, to you, to my family, to my friends, is if I give myself this time now. Like, I can't keep giving my time away and then thinking I'm also gonna grow. Like, no, because you're not
Yeah,
giving yourself anything. It's like you want
yeah.
this flower to grow, but you ain't never watered it. But you like, why it ain't growing?
Hey, yeah. Why you have to put my life in a nutshell? Because let me tell you something. I got a flower that I wanted to grow. Actually, I've been throwing this flower away. I didn't move
Not
to
that
somebody
damn
else
piece
over
of
it. Yes.
girl. That
I wanted to grow so bad. The leaves is like this, but I'm not watering it. So yeah, I can resonate with what you just said, and you know, I think we all just gotta just start looking within ourselves and seeing and noticing and realizing and holding ourselves accountable for when you are
yeah.
getting in your way, because a lot of people are getting in their way. I was having a conversation with someone yesterday, and she was like, I need to contract one of your services or whatever. And I'm talk to me. Because 9 times out of the 10, the type of business that I run and the type of woman that I am, businesswoman that I am, if I got something that you need, 9 times out of the 10, I'm gonna give you a lot of free game. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna give it to you. Like the service that you was about to pay for to get that information, I'm gonna give it to you. And
Mm-hmm.
that's what she got. So it was like the last 30 minutes of our practice, and she's like, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that, I need to do this for the business, I need to get that for the business, I need to do this for the business. And I'm like, sound like you got to get a lot of stuff. Sound like you in your way, because it sounds like you're lining up everything that you gotta get. You're lining it up in an order that you feel like you have to
That
go
you have
in
to do.
order to start what you're
Yeah.
trying to create. And I'm like, no. A lot of people may tell you not to dive in head first, but I'm gonna be the first person to tell you dive in head first. All my businesses I've started, I got 3 of them. I got Mothers with Dreams. I got C Services. I have Fat Boys and Friends, my catering/restaurant company. All 3 of the businesses, I dived in head first. I didn't know what I was getting. I don't know what the hell I was gonna do with them. But what I did know is that I believed. I believed in the vision that was given to me, and that I was the one supposed to see it through. Last year, I got laid off in July. Catering opportunity came in August, and I ran with it. I took it and ran with it. I took it and ran with it. I didn't know nothing about catering. I
Mm-hmm.
knew about cooking. I knew about making good food. I knew about eating good. I knew about what it took to have greatness and come out your meals. You know what I said? That's all I knew. Catering,
Right.
no. Chef, no. The health inspection stuff, no. Having your own kitchen, I didn't know about none of that. I dived in head first, failed forward. Some areas it was like a success. In other areas it was like, okay, you could have possibly moved too quick.
Yeah.
You possibly could have been okay with what you had. But
But you
because
wouldn't have known that if you didn't do it the way you do it. And I know that's an attest to me because I'm that person. I need things to be planned out. And through me diving into my business, despite me being ready, I think it was the best decision ever because it's like I wouldn't have been able to gain this any other way. Let's be honest. I wouldn't have been able to learn the things that I've learned. Like I said, all I knew is that I wanted financial education to do different for my family. And then once I was in, I said, oh, I could really do this for other families. And to be able to help other families and to educate you, I'm like, oh, I'm all in. But did I know about running a business and having a customer resource management system and software and what to do for marketing and branding? No, I had no idea. Was I even comfortable with some of it? No. Like even to this day, I'm working through being uncomfortable with a lot of different things because I have a bigger picture in mind, because it's a bigger goal, because these are only small obstacles compared to what I'm about to get to. Like I'm not saying I'm wishing for challenges, but I know it's gonna be greater because I'm about to get greater. So
amen.
I need to be able to knock through and keep moving through this, which is why it's so important for us to have this platform because since you're not alone, you are
You're
not
not.
alone.
You're
Like we
not.
are all in this together, and I needed to hear. It makes me feel good when I can hear that not somebody is struggling with me. We're not all about the struggle, but that somebody is facing the same challenges with me, and you also pushing through. That somebody is facing the same challenges, and where I feel weak, you just gave me strength because I see
Yeah,
you do. Like, so that's what it's about.
absolutely.
It's about having a community that knows that you are in this. We are all in this together. What you going through is what we going through. And here are some things that we might have tried. And then we need y'all to let us know some things that y'all tried. Like what works for you? What helps you to keep going? What motivates you to keep pushing through? Because life is happening to us all. And we can't, not reach out to y'all and see, what y'all dealing with too,
Right.
and just giving. We want y'all to give back to us too. Like, give us some feedback, give us some comments, some something, some something.
Look, give a little some, give a little some, because we giving a lot. No,
Yeah,
but no, seriously, like we love to hear the feedback. Really appreciate the support we've been getting this far. So I really just want to shout out to all of our supporters. You
yeah.
guys,
Shout outs to y'all.
y'all
We
y'all keep
climbing,
us
y'all.
going. We climbing, and y'all keep us going for real, for real. So with that being said, life be lifing, and this is going to be our section where we give out some tips on how you can get through your week, your day to day. Um, so for me, I'll go ahead and start off for me instead of just passing it. I'm gonna start off with me. I guess my biggest tips to leave you guys with is really um hold yourself accountable. You you won't get anything done if you're not honest with yourself. I
Mm-hmm.
know honesty takes a lot, and you may find some things about yourself that you didn't want to see. That's me. Let me tell
Yeah.
you something. I think it took me
The
about
truth
26,
hurts.
27 years to find out that I was petty. And now that I know I'm petty, it's like when people call it out, like you being petty, I laugh now because they're holding me accountable, and now I can see, okay, you was, and then I talk it out. Okay, I was being petty because this is how it you made me feel in that
Right.
moment, or you get what I'm saying. But I'm able to see it. At first, I didn't see it, so a lot of people just they looked at me differently because they like she an asshole for real. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yeah, I am, but this is why. You get what I'm saying? And that doesn't mean that it's excused, but I
Right.
know that I'm petty, so I'm aware of it. You get what I'm saying? So I move accordingly. So so my first thing is holding yourself accountable and being honest, because that's the only
Mm-hmm.
way that you're going to get through. That's the only way that you're going to heal, and that's honestly that's the only way that you're going to be able to even see the door that's opening for you. Because sometimes you not being accountable, you not healing, you not being able to see life in another angle, you can't see the door. Because let's be real, all the doors we be talking about opening, they imagine. It ain't like we see the doors. You get what I'm saying?
Hey, but I'm
So
still walking, God. I ain't gonna stop.
you
I'm
get
still
I'm
walking.
still walking, and I'm still trusting the fact and the idea that I'm walking through the doors that you open for me. But again, it's not like we actually see those doors. So you definitely have to be honest and hold yourself accountable. Secondly, if you're not utilizing your calendar right now, you're failing backwards and not failing forward. Because how you know what to do next? What you doing? To-do list. When shit get hard, the bill hit, you get a negative email talking about some unfortunately you didn't get the job, or you get another bill that's like $600-700, or something break down. How do you get yourself out of the funk? How do you keep going? Are you a solution? And that goes back to being, are you a solution based person? Are you sitting there waiting for
Mm-hmm.
somebody to come and give you an answer? Who are you? So those
When
gonna be my top
something
three.
happens, do you tackle it immediately or do you procrastinate? Are you wishing for it not to happen
These are the questions that you have to answer
and acting
for
like it did?
yourself.
Because we not kids no more. We can't. Ain't nobody gonna come in and say you are the savior. You are it. So
Hold
yeah,
yourself
got
accountable.
yep. And you got to keep moving. I think my tip would be keep pushing when it's unclear, when it's hard, when you want to break down and cry. Have your moment of crying. Give yourself a moment, not a day. No, we can't take days.
What I
Give
say, you can
yourself.
only cry on Monday. You can only
Yeah,
cry on
can't even
Monday.
cry the whole Monday. So we're not giving you a whole day. Give yourself some time to breathe and relax and regroup. Do what you need to do for a moment and then get back to it. Push through it. With momentum, with motion, so much comes from that. You're going to get a lot of being in a sunken place, a lot of self what is it? What is the word I'm looking for?
Self doubt,
Doubt, but also pity. Like
self
you
pity.
just
Okay.
yeah, you want to sit here and you want to mope and complain and you'll be in a dark place about, oh, this is happening to me, but you're not pushing forward. Yes, it's
Yeah.
happening.
What are you
It
doing? Yeah,
sucks.
in that
But
moment.
are you pushing forward? Because yeah, you might not be able to change that situation, but you can change how you feel and what you're doing in this moment. And I think that's my biggest thing is to Danielle, keep pushing forward because you're not new to challenges and obstacles. But one thing that's been in you and that we never really paid attention to, but we're bringing light to, is that you push forward. You push forward.
Amen.
So keep pushing forward. That's my first tip, and I guess the second tip is dang, it's so many tips I could give y'all, but we're gonna
We just need three, sis.
yeah, we're
Just
gonna just
three.
narrow, and I'm gonna just give one more. I would say, I would say, be coachable. Be coachable. Be
Yes.
coachable because it's okay that you don't. It's okay that you know everything as a mommy and you don't know everything in your business. Like that's okay. But if you coachable in your business, you will get far. But be
Yeah.
coachable. Stop thinking that you gotta know everything. You gotta be perfect. You gotta have it right. You just gotta be coachable because nobody
Yeah.
gets it right the first time. None of these millionaires that we looking at that we see in life, none of these people got here literally overnight. They had to be coachable to somebody or some type of system in order to get them where they got. Like,
Just remember, Amazon started in a garage.
hmm,
Amazon started in a garage. Let me tell you something. Mothers with Dreams started in a closet.
we to an office now.
We're in an oven. We in a stove. We in a stove. And you
But
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Great things come within time. Great things don't happen overnight. Because if it happened overnight, it's not really great. Like how are you great? You know what I'm saying? So definitely don't get in your way. Step out of your way. But more importantly, remember, you're not alone, sis. Whatever you're going through, there's somebody that's out here going through it too, or
Mm-hmm.
much worse. And I'm not saying that to say don't acknowledge what you're going through. I'm
Right.
saying that to say if somebody else is out here doing worse than you and they're still getting up every day and doing what they have to do, that should make you feel away. Like, she over here, she
Right.
ain't got nothing. And she's still going and she's still smiling.
And
And she's still
sometimes
checking on other people. And she's still doing for other people. And she's
And
still
sometimes
being
it
there for
might
other
just need
people.
you need to reach out. That's what we here for. Like,
Yeah.
we here
Reach
for
out.
y'all. You might just need to reach out. It goes
Hit
along
us in
with,
the
being
DM.
coachable,
We
being
respond.
accountable. Sometimes you need help with just
Yeah.
doing those things. And it's okay. Cause since you're not alone. I love to think I have it all together sometimes, but I don't. And I'm gonna be honest with you, when I don't, like, girl, I don't know that. Or look, that's too much for me. You do it. You do it.
Sometimes she
Or
fight back. Let's be real. She be fighting back when she
I be
don't know.
fighting
Cause
back,
it be
but at
like
the
hard.
same
But you have to find somebody that's patient enough
exactly.
to wait and find different ways to get it to you. Okay, I tried it this way, that didn't work. You know, some
Yep.
people when they try to help somebody and that person isn't in a place to receive the help, they give up. And then they talk about it. And they instead of realizing, okay, something is mentally going on in her head that or his head or whoever head that's stopping them to see exactly what I'm saying. And so sometimes you have
Mm-hmm.
to be able to go back to the drawing board and say, okay, was it something? Is it the way I said it? Or maybe I need to find a way to
That's more
interpret what I'm
receptive
trying to
to that
tell them
person.
in a different way.
You just gotta find a way that's more receptive to that person. It's
Yeah.
also out of everything that we talked about, all this tips and skills and whatever. Like, out of all of that, communication is number one on there. Communication and comprehension, because it's like, am I communicating?
She
Are
got
you
three, y'all. Y'all
communicating?
see.
Yeah, I had three, whatever. But are you communicating effectively? And also, are you for the other person, are you listening? Like, are you truly
Yeah.
listening to what, like you said, you have to tailor that to me and how I am. Like, she is my accountable person, but she knows how to tailor things. I am her accountable person. I know how to tailor things for her. I know what she gonna hear and what she not gonna hear.
Right.
And that's why we here for the community who don't have those people. We gonna listen to y'all. We gonna listen and see how we can help, because listening is important and communication is important. And honestly, we can't do nothing if we don't at least have those two down packed.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm gonna turn it back over to you because that's all I had. I keep going with tips. I said I had a lot.
I'm super weak. Well, it was a pleasure speaking to y'all. It's always a pleasure being on here with you, sis. Like, we do this every
Yes.
day. This ain't nothing. But it's definitely a pleasure with sharing our conversations with you all because I'm going to be honest. These are the conversations that we have. So if this conversation is not what you're looking for, slide to the next, but hit the subscribe button before you do that. Anyway, don't forget, tune in each and every Wednesday. We come in with new conversations. If you have something that you would love to be on a part of our topics, please don't hesitate to hit us in a DM. But more importantly, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Y'all know how important that is to us. The more subscribers to get, the more the algorithm starts to send us out to around the world. So right now, we're just trying to reach as many people as we can to let them know you're not
Each
alone,
one,
sis.
each one.
Hello. So, with that being said, I look forward to speaking with y'all next week. Until we meet again,